Good morning. Good Sunday. Good Vach. Even better. A Zen notion of now. Okay, I'm not going to get into what Zen purports to be. That's not the purpose here. But how do we view now? A Zen notion of now, I could probably describe it a little bit. You know, I wrote a poem about the idea that culminates, good morning, in the idea of always already there. You're already, the journey is the end result. When you read, that's the message of Wild, right? A Zen notion of now, good morning. How are we supposed to envision that mindset? I'm not going to speak so much about the actual mindset. I want to speak about the philosophy behind it, because the Rebbe speaks in the Sikha in a way about how you are to view now. It sounds more like living in the future, which is rooted in the past. It's awesome. You gotta put on your seatbelt for this one, guys. This is a very deep idea, and I don't know if I understand it. I had my own idea of what it means to be in the zone, to be in the now, to be mindful. I had my own idea of that, and this might blow it out of the water. I want to delve into it with you. I want to see if we can understand it, and then maybe you can help me again with my editorial. I know that's crazy. I'm such a burden on my loyal listeners that I read this to you, and it helps me get my head into it. And shalom. Oh, Menachem, good to see you. Jacob Harari, awesome to see my old friends, my good friends. Thumbs up to you. So I want to read you this, and then maybe I'll put it in context of it, but I just want to read the words to you, because this sikha here, this will blow your mind. If you could understand this and live with this, you will be a dark phoenix for the good. You'll be the light phoenix. You will. Okay, I want to give you a little background in my relationship with this idea, because it came out once in a public Farbrengen. I was Farbrengen for my son's birthday. You know, he had his friends over there, right? And we're talking about one of the things later on in the Farbrengen. I wanted people to get involved more, so I asked them a question. Oh, great, your Eretz Yisrael, beautiful. I asked them a question. I wanted to know, like, how do people relate to ideas? What does Mashiach mean to you? We're the Lubavitchers, right? Mashiach's important, so how do you relate to it? Does it mean anything to you? And my version, because we went around the table, but then I offered my approach. And I didn't have a source for this idea till now. I had some hints. Now I think I have a direct source for this idea. I was telling them, look, if you know what your potential is, that you're going to be, that you have the schus of being Mechayim Nesim. You have the schus. You're the beloved of Hashem. Anila Deidi V'Deidi Li. It's just you and God. If you know that, and you know therefore that ultimately He's going to give you this incredible reward. I mean, we don't think about it in terms of reward. That's what I'm writing about. Why is it? Why do we daven in Rosh Hashanah for a good year, a good sweet year of physical things? Don't we just care about spiritual things? Why is that the focus of Rosh Hashanah? So we're going to have, in Olam HaTchiyah, okay, ultimately, what does God want? He wants us to be perfect in this world, okay? That's what Tchiyas HaMeisim is all about. Our bodies, we're going to be perfected, our minds are going to be perfected, our souls are going to be perfected, everything. And the whole world is going to reflect that perfection and just have a miraculous abundance to provide, just like you can't imagine. I mean, Rambam writes about it in beautiful words. Don't dismiss the beauty of the Torah. That would be a big mistake. It's not just ideas, it's beauty. It's to behold Lachseis B'nayim Hashem, to see the face of God and to behold His splendor. If God is not real to you, you shouldn't really be listening to me, but I try and give hints on how to interpret it otherwise. Whatever ideal you espouse in your world, that's your God, okay? And I'm sure it's worthy, especially if you're a Yid and you're going to be drawn to goodness. Oh, I learned some incredible things this Shabbos. Maybe I'll get to that. Oh my goodness. But okay, there's another paragraph that's getting my eye here. The Rebbe says that okay, so did I finish the thing about the Farbrengen? I was saying how, since we know that we're going to be blessed with abundance and power and health and like dim the sun I spoke about on Friday, right? I said we have to tap into that energy now and start unveiling that. And I had this idea for a long time, and now I have a source for this strange notion of, to answer the question, is it a Zen notion of now? Or does Yiddishkeit espouse a different concept? Okay, before I get to that, I just want to do one introductory paragraph here. Not quite related, but really geschmack. The main thing is to know, oh, actually, I think I translate, no, not yet. That also, mainly, the reward that's now, Sagar B'Teva. It's shut in a chest, like a treasure chest. He quotes the Alter Rebbe L'Kutei Torah for this. I love that because it's the only stand there any second in my life, my mother's life. She's 95 and she should be blessed. So you have a reward, right, in like some kind of vault, a heavenly vault. Sagar B'Teva, the Rebbe says. V'nimsa kfar b'ba'alusei shel hapayil. And we're talking about you're a worker of God, right? You're the eggman. I'm the walrus, and you're the vineyard keeper, or whatever that job's called. A farmer. You're God's farmer. But because you're the worker, kol echad ve'echad Yisrael, you're already in ownership of this, because your employer has to provide for you, not only as a reward and like later, but also now. He has to provide you for what you need to function. Okay, we spoke about that in past many days. But that is already in a treasure chest for you, and you own it. Every single Jew owns it. It's in your power to open up that treasure chest whenever you want. All you got to do is do one more mitzvah. And by doing that one thing, you're putting on like you have this triple beam balance of merit, and you do one more good thing, and it tilts the scales for the side of favor. Oh, I skipped a line. And it causes him and the entire world salvation and success. Okay, that's the reward that's going to be revealed when Mashiach comes. And the Rebbe says it's already in a treasure chest, and you have the ability to open it up anytime. Why? Because Mashiach can come immediately right now if you just say, I want Mashiach now. Then Mashiach's here. Okay, it's a nitzutz elikus. It's a nitzutz of Mashiach. I mean, the Rebbe references that again in here, and it seems he gives different sources for it. That surprised me, but okay, let's get to the topic here. This is all like whetting your appetite. Good morning, Yosef. I didn't see you. My eyes are like little beady eyes because, yeah, I'm getting it like I'm an old man. Good morning. So I want to read to you this paragraph. I don't know if I'll be able to stop. There's this is another thing that's sticking out of me. That's just. I spoke about this other days, but here I found the words because I think I just mentioned the idea here. I want to read the words. It's right before this is right leading up to what I wanted to really get to. So, you bring a gilui atzmus yisbarach ba'elam by doing your stuff. You know, you being a good person, right? Serving God, right? That causes God's essence to be revealed in the world. Harei ze shayach gam lema'amad u'matzav shelifnei haschalas ha'aveda. These words blow your mind. If you just think about what this means. This pertains to the state that is prior to even starting doing anything for God. Good morning. A lovely day to you and a blessed week to you. That's beautiful words. Thank you so much. So God gives you before you started doing anything. Sign on the dotted line. You got it already. You don't have to show up at the workplace. I think that is awesome. And there's a mindset, or maybe not a mindset, but a philosophy that goes behind this that speaks about the concept of now. That seems to depart from the classic Zen idea. Maybe. It seems more futuristic. So what? Now I gotta have to change my entire thinking. I always about, you gotta live in the now. What is the now? Let's check this out. The Inyan Yachol. What Inyan? Maybe we should back up a little more. Am I just doing like this waltz here? 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Da 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 da. Okay, the thing it's last mentions here is that what you're going to do, you're going to create a dirlei sparak latachtain. You're going to create a dwelling place for God in the lower realm. Okay, that's what you're doing this for. So therefore, God's like partners with you in the ultimate egg business. Okay, chicken husbandry. When you have an egg revealed, all and you tend it. We spoke about that before. Okay, it sounds weird to you now if you're just tuning in right now. Yeah, Joel Sandler. You're an awesome person, I'm sure. Sounds very familiar, that name. The fact that God is present in the universe, right in your world, right now, that has to be recognizable in the beginning of your service. God gives you the whole resources to do this, and what do you have to do? You have to do this. It has to be recognizable. The end result, when you just start. So that goes with my idea of always already there, okay? But watch this. The Rebbe makes this very confusing. It's getting really bright in here. Ugh, I'm not going to bother with the sunglasses. It has to be recognizable in the beginning of your service of God. What do it has to be recognized? That their status, your current situation, are you like a lion? Are you like a sheep? Are you like a walrus? Are you the Eggman? Are you a lion? It has to be recognized that your Avodah does not begin, doesn't begin from the now. So you're realizing now, watch, what are you going to be realizing now? Not that you're starting the Avodah. Okay, this is a slight twist on the idea. I was thinking more about mindset. Now it's how do you, it's specific, it's more specific. How do you view your current Avodas Hashem? Do you see it as someone who's just, I'm a Rasha, Larusha, I'm a Rasha She'ina Gomer? Are you a wicked person? Are you a Beinani? Are you a tzaddik v'rala? You have a little bit of evil, but you're such a good guy that it's not recognizable? Or are you perfectly whole, chariot for God? Okay? So what stage in this ladder are you? How do you view that? That's more what we're talking about than just a general mindset. It's specifically this mindset, but he did apply it to another aspect, that you have to see that all your resources are provided before you even set one foot on the journey. Before you even started thinking about the journey. So how do you view your partnership with God, your efforts towards God? It does not start from now. It doesn't start from now. That's not good enough for a Jew. What's a Jew ultimately? Dark Phoenix, whatever you relate to, okay? The Rebbe. You'll be the Rebbe. You'll be Moshe Rabbeinu. You'll be the Rashbi and his son. Was it Eliezer or Elazar? My mind's slipping. They came out of the cave and they burn up with their eyes everything that they look at. Or he does, at least. The son. Okay? The student, the disciple of Rashbi. Fire out of his eyes, burning up everything around him. Does it mean literal? It doesn't matter. It doesn't. In your mind, you can have the special effects or not. It doesn't matter. The idea is real. They could destroy the entire world. There's lots of that. It says the Alter Rebbe's Chassidim, if 10 of them came to Peterburg to free the Alter Rebbe, they would have burnt down the whole city. These things are meant in some sense literally, okay? That's the idea of Sagar B'Teva. This is all a treasure chest that you can open up if you have Bias Mashiach in your Nitzutz and Mashiach in your soul, that you have a Nitzutz Mashiach. You could realize this in your world. You can open up that Teva. Yes, maybe it's not going to be revealed in the entire world that there's going to be a king on the throne. That's what I call king on the throne. The ultimate state. Maybe it's going to take time for other people to sort of join your journey to Mashiach. Maybe it's going to take that. It's before, we have a king on the throne. But you could be a king on the throne in your world before that. That's the point here. So how do you see your now? What is your partnership with God now? How do you view it? Are you just starting? Are you like this wicked person that's saying, okay, God, I just want to bring you into my world? I mean, that's always the Christian stance, isn't it? Like, I know you're a sinner, and make that first step towards whatever they believe in. What is our view on that? Since the God created the world and brought your soul down into this world, it doesn't begin in a haiva, it doesn't start with the present, it starts with the future. This is my source for that idea that people were a bit reluctant, or maybe to accept when I said this at the Faringa. Here's my source. I never knew. The now is the future. I'm always talking about the now. What's this? The now is the future. You're already accomplished. I guess that was my idea. Always already there. You're there. Here it emphasizes the there. I emphasize that the journey, okay? I actually divided my poetry book, into 3 sections about this journey. The recognition that you got to go on the journey itself, and then the recognition that you're always already there, which is the ultimate. So all the poems are supposed to be in that theme. That was my idea. But here the emphasis is actually the future. But then the Rebbe ties in the past with it. And where is the past reflected in the future? Back to the future. Where is it reflected? Lifnei brias ha'olam, before the world was created, shelakach nivra mitchilase. Oh, sorry, I skipped a line. I'm sorry I do that. Maybe I didn't. It's like it was in the past, when Lifnei brias ha'olam, before the world was created, shelakach nivra mitchilase, that the end result, the way you're going to be as Dark Phoenix when you're resurrected, when you dim the sun. Okay, there's my source for the Dark Phoenix. So you don't like Dark Phoenix, dim the sun, dim sum. That's also my code word for Dark Phoenix now. So I don't have to be their poster boy of Marvel. Shehu k'may ma'amad u'matzav ha'avar. What is now? Where are you now in your avodas Hashem? Are you Dark Phoenix? Are you like this turtle taking his first step? No, you are the future, and what is the future? The future is the past, before the world was created. Because for that reason, the world was created. Because it's going to be recognized in the future what it was in the past, which was the way Jews are in their true existence, right? Kaidem, before Shiard Lamata, before they came down into the world. So what you were, rooted in God, that's your true existence, but it's not the ultimate expression of your existence. That has to be the way God wants it, in a physical body, in a physical world. But what did you start as? You start as a chelik elikam mamash, a part of God, okay? So that's your true identity, and that's your past. What's your future? To have that realized in a body. It's going to be, and it's recognized in the world the way it was when just God filled the existence. That's before the world was created. That's where you were, rooted in God's essence, because there was no world for you to exist in. Shebara bei ha'olam. God filled the entire place where the world was to be created. That by doing so, or that by this being the case, no, yeah, by fulfilling, it will be easier to fulfill the intent of creation through doing what God wants in this world. It brings an incredible thing, okay? It says here later on, it references this idea again. And there's a footnote here that it explains that in the beginning, what was it? In the beginning of creation is Ruach Elokim Merachefes al Pnei Hamayim, right? Isn't that what we say? Ruach Elokim Merachefes al Pnei Hamayim. Ruach Shel Melech Mashiach. The spirit of Mashiach hovered over the face of the water. It does a thing with this word Merachefes. It says the root of the words Merachefes are from the letters Reish Ches Pei Rapach. Rapach Nitzutzim Deteyu. These are the 288 sparks of Teyu. Okay? That's what it means that the spirit of Mashiach hovered over the water. That at the beginning of the world, there was power. Insane power. 288 sparks. Okay? I don't know. But that's the secret of it. What's the significance of 288? It means Merachefes. It's to tie in with the idea of the spirit of Mashiach. The spirit of Mashiach that will ultimately come in a physical body sitting on a throne in Jerusalem with you, like, celebrating with him. But that spirit of that human being existed prior to the universe, okay, in the beginning stages. The tachlisum matarasum, the whole purpose of these sparks, by refining them through interacting with the world, not being this hermit, right, that sits on a mountain and doesn't interact with the world, but no, being in the world. The purpose of all these sparks is to be revealed through our interaction with them. Ruach Shel Mashiach, and that is revealing the spirit of Mashiach in the world. Shemerachefes Maschalas Habriya. That spirit that was hovering, meaning the insane power of Eres de Teyu, the Nitzutzim of Teyu, it says here, the sparks, okay? That's for the source of all the light. That power, you reveal through just being a good guy and doing Torah mitzvahs. Okay, that's what you can do. You can be a simple Jew and do all that. You just don't know. Maybe you don't even care. Maybe you're just a simple Jew. That's beautiful. Okay, that's basically what I wanted to say. It goes on and on and on, but it's awesome and it's so late today. It's such a barbarian to do this, aren't I? So maybe I won't use you again to read my editorial. So the Zen concept of now, is that notion? Is that the Haltan al Pitera? Is it what we believe? Let's just describe what we do believe again. I'll summarize one more time. I'll try to. The now is how you view your relationship with God. That concept, that mindset is your now, your current state of mind is that you've already achieved the ultimate state whereby the future, the whole purpose of you have to represent how the purpose of your existence, what you're ultimately going to be, that is realized now. And how is it realized now? Where does that power come from? The fact that you're rooted in the very source. So the past is the future because it's Ruach Elokim Merachefes al Pnei Hamayim. Ruach, I think that's the words. The Spirit of God, Zeh Ruach Shel Mashiach. That is the Spirit of Mashiach. And we can realize that now by just doing Avodas Hashem, okay? But the idea is that God's going to make it geschmack for you to do that. He's going to blaze the path for you. He's going to pave the road for you. Right at the beginning. So here you have this idea again. This is in the context of schar, which the Rebbe thought was so important that he devoted sicha after sicha about this topic. Many sichas. Okay, I couldn't even look up all the sources yet. I'm just overwhelmed with the attention the Rebbe devoted to this topic. It's incredible. People don't like to pay attention to it because the Rebbe mentions itself that goes against Pirkei Avos. Don't be the type of servant that serves his master in order to receive a reward. Rather, and then it goes on to go again. The flip side of it. Do be. I don't know. So, the point of the reward, though, the way you're supposed to view it, is that it's just the resources for you to do the ultimate beautiful thing, which is to have a relationship with God. For you to realize that to the fullest, so your full essence of what you are, which is a Jew, and what that flavor Jew you are, and whoever you are, right? The Balabatischkeit, your ownership of your home means to know yourself, the Rebbe says. So know that. Know who you are, which is this glorious dark phoenix dim sum. Partnering the Guguguchu, the Eggman. You're the Eggman because you're in a partnership with God that's hatching eggs in the world and then tending the chicks. That is so funny, that mashal. But also you tend a vineyard, because a vineyard is pleasure, and God provides not only the resources to do the Aveda, but the pleasure, because you do it b'simcha if you don't have pleasure. So God gives you the grapes, the things that you can appreciate in the world. He gives you that too, the pleasure, because that's part of the wholeness. The Rebbe says that you can't have your needs aren't taken care of unless you also have pleasure in life. That's a fantastic thing. You would think, I'm a humble person. Why would I demand any pleasure out of life? It's the opposite of hedonism, you would think. What does the world owe me? And the Rebbe says it's the obligation of God in our partnership, our relationship with God, our partnership to make a dwelling place, an intimate home for God in our world, requires that we're not only provided for all our basic needs, physical and spiritual, but pleasure. And I think the pleasure is so that we can serve God with joy, because God wants that ultimately. That's the power to unlock this Ruach Elokim Marachefes al Pnei Hamayim. You want the spirit of Mashiach hovering in the world, the nitzutzim of Tayu. Okay, I gotta just add one more thing. Tayu is a circle, but why do you have the power to reign over this mad power, this Aris de Tayu, this nitzutzim of Tayu, this crazy madness of power, this dark phoenix exploding? How do you have the power to rule over that? This is a circle exploding, okay? It's a circle igulim. That's the tzimtzum that created. Olam HaTayu is a circle. But it says that we have a power over that, because ultimately our source, even though we're lower in the physical world, we appear, but the ultimate source of a Jew is not in Olam HaTikkun. It does come from Tikkun, but Tikkun has a higher source. The world of order, where we come from, it has a higher source than the circle of Tayu. Okay? The ultimate source, the source of the source. Rabbi Chaim Miller asked me one time, I remember walking back from, I think, Fitzi Lipsker's house. We were there for, I don't know, a suit or something. Came back, we came back from his house, and he was or on the way to his house, or his Shalom, I don't know, it was a party, Shalom Zachar or something. He's asking me about this question. He's asked me this very question. If you come from Olam HaTikkun, how do you have the power to elevate something from Olam HaTayu, which is higher? And I was trying to argue this, and I didn't really have a source. So he was giving a different drush. But I think I was right, and here's my source. The Rebbe says that the circle that creates the tzimtzum, the source of Olam HaTayu is a circle, a gulim, circles. The source for tikkun, the ultimate source for tikkun, is a square. Okay, remember I mentioned this a few days ago, but here I found another footnote that deals with it. And this is the only information I've been able to derive about it. That it's the source for Olam HaTikkun. So I was like, when I first came this idea across the idea, I said I looked it up in the source of the Rebbe Shab, Taf Ranat it's called, Nun Tes. I looked at the source, I had no information. But here this other footnote did have some information. It says that that's the source from Olam HaTikkun, or the ultimate source for Olam HaTikkun. The world of order comes from a square, and that makes sense. And I was thinking that order has to precede a circle, which is chaos. It's just an exploding sun. That's why they're circular. I've spoken about that at length other months ago. But what is a square? That is order. That's the reason. Ultimately, it's the kites that shell you. There's something beyond that too, okay? That's beyond the tzimtzum. You have this Einon Milvade. But the first hint of creation, when God confers with the Jewish people, the level, our partnership, the source of it, when God conferred with us, is that the word? When he discussed with us, should we create a world? That moment, we went up in God's thought, at the level of our source of our souls is at that level. That's beyond all the tzimtzum, okay? So here, but the first tzimtzum was a square because it's an idea. Machshava. Aluba machshava. We went in God's thought, and machshava is ordered. It's not the chaos of tayu, the nitzutzis of tayu. That's the ruach, that's the spirit of Mashiach. The ability for us to elevate that, okay? Is that the square? Is Mashiach the square? Okay, my kids called me last night, or I called myself this in front of my kids and made them crack up. I said, I'm SpongeBob Squarebeard, because my beard is, it fell out in the mikveh, right? Because I've spoken about that before, right? It disintegrated because of the chemicals. And it's square now. It used to be a long wizard's beard. And now it's square, SpongeBob Squarebeard. And my kids laughed, they were only on the floor laughing. I hate SpongeBob. I think it's disgusting. I don't let them watch it. It's horrible. But I happen to know that funny title of the character too. It's hilarious. Okay, so that was a fun morning. I didn't use you to hear my editorial, but I don't know, some related ideas. I don't know if I spoke about this, but I didn't address this idea. Maybe that's next week, because I wanted to write about that. I think this is the most exciting topic I've found in maybe like a day. Every day, right? I didn't even get to do it. I did it on Shabbos. It's awesome stuff. It's a whole philosophical thing. We're all too tired for that right now, believe me. So, everyone, I hope you take the Ruach Elokim and just rock in your world. Have a great day. Goodbye.